was put away quite comprehensively at the World Championships recently, and I think Van Gerwen will be looking to make short work of his Filipino opponent.
For those who haven't seen Alexis Toylo before, he takes his time, and I'm putting that quite euphemistically, and it can unsettle opponents. This could unsettle opponents as well when you pop in an early maximum.
The boy can play, there's no doubt about that. You don't top the Asian Tour 2 years in succession without being able to produce at a high standard. And we saw Van Gerwen struggled, didn't we, early on at the World Championships with an Asian opponent before eventually making his way through.
Sixth.
He's been so consistent, Toylo, on the Asian Tour. He's won 5 titles in each of the last 2 years.
97.
Van Gerwen did win the Dutch Grand Prix in April last year, the German Darts Grand Prix, should I say, in April last year. Didn't actually feature in the Bahrain Darts Masters 12 months ago. And he's a much more lean green machine these days. Had all that dental work done as well about 18 months, 2 years ago.
Well, this is a great visit, wonderful visit. Piles of pressure on Toylo. Can he deliver the 144? Yeah, Van Gerwen, only his second appearance in Bahrain, as you mentioned. He made it all the way through to the final a couple of years back. Toylo, another one of those. Not quite. So Van Gerwen will get a look at an early break here. It's a great setup though, just in case.
It's good pressure, but Van Gerwen's chewed these up and spat these out over the years. Oh, single 7, bullseye for Van Gerwen.
48.
No.
Alexis requires.
Well, the
16.
brilliantness of the setup has left double A. Double 8 then for a holder throw. And there you go. Toylo on the board early on. Might take his time, but it's efficient from the Filipino.
2025 was pretty much his best year ever in terms of PDC Tour earnings, Alexis Toylo. Won the 2 Asian Tour titles in July, winning 23 of the 25 games he played in. Such was his dominance in those events in the middle of the year.
16.
Beat Stephen Bunting at the Grand Slam of Darts. Didn't qualify through, but beat Bunting in the group stage. He was beaten here by Peter Wright last year, 6-3. Game in which he had chances. It's been the theme of the night, hasn't it? The Asian Tour players have had multiple chances, but none yet have joined Paulo Nebrida in knocking out one of the elite PDC stars. Is Toylo about to add his name to that roll of honour?
You'll see a little bit of chalk coming off the darts onto the board surface from Toylo's throw. See those little white speckles there in the big 20. They're in the red bit. There's a max from Michael Van Gerwen. His first of the night. And that's good pressure on his throw in this second leg for Mighty Mike.
46.
Winner of this one will take on the winner of our final game tonight, Stephen Bunting against Asamoto. The 1-2-1 is on. Well, 18 will leave him on tops, knowing that he'll be back because Toylo is a mile away in this second leg of the match.
Needed the 140 at least. So plenty of time here for MVG. Double 10. Just a bit of self-motivation there for the Dutchman, the 3-time world champion. All square then. One apiece. Race to 6 to take on either Bunting or Asamoto tomorrow.
Yeah, solid start from both. Well, we've seen two standout performances tonight from the two Lukes. Which one of these two is going to put in a standout performance as Toylo opens up with a max?
123.
Good response. Toylo got to the Asian Championships final in September, lost to a man we've already seen on the stage tonight, Lorenzo Lagan, who couldn't get past Nathan Aspinall. But he's played at the last two World Championships, as well as the Grand Slam that Mark mentioned there, where he edged out Bunting 5-4. So more and more experience on those big stages in front of cameras. Not fazed by it at all.
No, he's not. Michael van Gerwen finding two trebles as well, but Toylo on throw, his favourite here. And again, those ghost throws that he so oftenly uses.
Krzysztof Ratajski said, "I walked many kilometres," when he was asked how he dealt with the slow play of Alexis Toylo at the World Championships last month.
Perfect foil for him. Just completely ignored him, got on with his own game. Krzysztof Ratajski, I sometimes think he doesn't even know who's playing. He's that focused on his own game.
99.
Well, Toylo's in control of this leg on throw, so 86 to go back in front. Treble 18, the first order of business. Bullseye. Oh yes, beautifully done. Back in front, Alexis Toylo. No problem.
Pick that out, he said, as Van Gerwen hits back with a ton. That was Van Gerwen's view of it. And a little beat of the chest. He's happy with his work so far. He knows, look, if he can hold throw 6 legs in a row, he's going to be going through. He'll be getting a huge win. Long way to go.
And I think what was important there is that he didn't take that long, protracted step back before he went for the bull. He kept that continuity of the visit going. And that's what helped him, I think. We've seen too much of that tonight, I think, from other players.
Yeah, I agree with you. Made the comment about Ilagan. I think he took too long at times tonight. Look, we know this guy's slow, but...
Oh, wait a minute. He's pulling his socks up, MVG. Oh. We know what that normally means. He's about to go through the gears.
I've got to ask you a question about the new Van Gerwen look. Are you a bigger fan of the black and green, or were you a green and black man?
Always a fan of a black t-shirt. It's a good slimming colour.
96.
For anybody, including present company in this booth. But yeah, I like the streamlined look, that sort of lime green that dominated his look. Still there. But when you go to the World Championships and you see just how much Michael van Gerwen merchandise still sells, and Matt people walking around dressed as their hero, the 3-time world champion still has a massive following.
Yeah, he does. Might not win as often as he used to, but he is still winning, as you mentioned. European Tour win, that World Series of Darts win. He can still put it together, and you wouldn't rule out him winning this tournament, but one of his toughest tests might be right in front of him now in Alexis Toylo,
who is trying his best to pressurise the Van Gerwen throw. That's not bad at all. He's frustrated that he dragged it into single one there, but a finish it is.
59.
And a trebleless visit just makes it a little bit easier for Toylo here, Mark.
46.
He may feel he's got 2 goals at this. He's got to treat it as though he's only getting to 1 though, and he's got to start the combo with 2 big trebles. Van Gerwen shaking his head in the background. There's one of the big trebles he needs. Can he hit another one of those? No, he can't. Couldn't cope with the angle. But now it's all about reducing the target that's left. Van Gerwen waiting.
He'll be waiting a while.
77. Michael require 135.
So MBG looks at the bullseye first. Hits single 8. Another messy visit there, Mark.
This is a big visit, this, because if he can get the break here, then we have got a game on and a potential huge shot. Lot to do here, though. May only get one. Add a double. And it will be one. 18 will leave double 16 for a 3-1 lead. Massive dart in Bahrain, and it's missed.
Michael, you require 88.
68 left, treble 18 for double 7 to rescue it.
Game
That is a rescue. And Toylo knows it. Chance gone, 2-2.
Quality from Van Gerwen, and he let his opponent know it as well. Time and again tonight we've seen the Asian Tour players have chances, but time and again they have missed. Opportunity knocks for Toylo. Can he take advantage?
You may have noticed a rather large motorised vehicle on the stage next to the players. They've got a chance to go for the car. No, that was Bruce Forsyth, wasn't it? April is where the Bahrain F1 Grand Prix comes to town. And certainly Alexis Toylo's come to town to mean business. 3 maximums in the first 4 and a bit legs, but what a response.
There you go. Poke the bear with a stick, expect him to come back with a challenge of his own. This leg in the balance, that's a lovely first start. Toylo can't follow it in. Will he go out to ball? He does. Gets him down to a very manageable 120 finish.
Got to pressurise this here, MBG, and that's not a good start. Better finish. So treble, single, double, all at the top of the shot for Alexis Toylo. Little bit of extra zhuzh in that setup there from the cool cat. So single got. What about the treble? No, not there. He's checking the score, I think, which is interesting.
60. Michael require 142.
Well, 142. This would hurt. Not going to happen here. Great last start, though. He's asking the question of Toylo, who missed the dart in the last leg.
This, remember, is only for a holder throw for Toylo. This feels like a pretty important moment, even at this relatively early stage. Tops for Toylo. Gets it and goes back in front. Held his nerve there. Van Gerwen has to start again.
137.
Because, of course, all Toylo's got to do, keep holding throw,
Yeah.
and there's nothing MBG can do.
Done it 3 times. Another 3. And it'll be into the quarterfinals tomorrow. Remember, Bunting Asamoto, our final game of the night here in Bahrain. Can he find another treble?
95.
Not quite. But Van Gerwen is the one under pressure early in this match.
Much has been made to the change in Michael's throw, the way he addresses the board with the dart, the way it points more towards the floor than it used to, throw more for the shoulder than it used to be. Still very effective. Oh, little bit of flightiness in the right toe there.
Yeah.
95.
He's getting like Richie Burnett for a moment there.
I was waiting for the spin.
Nice visit, Van Gerwen. This is turning into a very good game of darts here. High 90s average for Toylo, over a ton for Van Gerwen. Looks like we're going level.
$96. Michael, you require 90.
So this should be fairly rudimentary for MVG. Treble 16 for double 12 for 3-3. There it is. Lovely clutch finish.
Michael Van in seventh leg, Alexis.
So we're back level.
This is going to come down to one big moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who will hold their nerve? Toylo with the advantage in what now is a best of 5 leg match, and he's got the throw in the odd numbered legs.
59.
But no big treble, so an opening here for Van Gerwen.
Well,
the door was left ajar. He's not exactly kicked it open, but he's certainly got himself a good, neat advantage in these early stages of this 7th leg. Race to 6 gets you through to tomorrow's quarter-final, where the winner of the next match, the final match on stage tonight, Stephen Bunting or Ryusei Asamoto, lies in wait.
Yeah, and we know 3 of our quarter-finals tomorrow here. Luke Littler against Gerwin Price, Luke Humphries against Nathan Aspinall, and Jan van Veen against Danny Noppert. 3 absolute blockbusters already.
57.
And Michael van Gerwen wants to be the 3rd Dutchman through to that last 8. But he's only half a dart ahead here on the Toylo throw. So that early advantage not quite capitalised on, and that's a... the first start was good. I thought he was going to follow it in there. Toylo. He's got a best TV average of 96, and he's only just under that now, Mark, at 94 for the match.
Yeah, and crucially, he has only missed 1 dart at the double. It was a big one. It cost him a possible 3-1 lead, but he's 3 from 4, so when he's getting a look, he's taking it, as is Van Gerwen, who's 3 from 5. So it's whoever's getting to a finish is generally getting the job done here. Oh, this is not good for Toylo. That is a disastrous visit, right at the wrong moment.
So once again, can MVG steam in and make hay?
100.
Well, steady ton will do. He'll have 6 darts from 147 to break the throw for the first time.
Some rather smart footwear on Mr. Toylo.
I wouldn't know. I'm no judge of fashion. I'll take your word for it.
Well, he's got to be careful here. He's got to leave a finish.
58.
And he does just that. 147 then. Not going to go.
95. Alexis
2-dart finish coming in
67.
for the Dutchman, unless this finish goes in and sends the place into uproar. Yes, treble 19 for Bull. He's got it for a 167. Oh, he's gone for a drink and a wipe of the face. I'm scratching my head here. Mind you, if he pops the bull in, then he served me right.
Well, he hit it in leg 3, but this is massive. Van Gerwen waits on 52. We had the big fish. Are we getting to 167? Toylo with a massive dart, and he's the width of a wire away.
Michael, you require 52.
What might have been, whilst double 16 is awaiting Van Gerwen. No, double 8.
36.
Reprieve for Toylo.
Alexis, you require 25.
Well, Van Gerwen fluffs his lines. The shadow darts have been dispatched. Now it's time for some real ones. And these are crucial darts. Double 8 for 4-3. Now across the board for the green bit. And that is a big moment for Toylo. Right in the corner. And the Filipino is 2 legs away from a big World Series of Darts victory.
140.
right in the bottom corner. Clanged into position. And Van Gerwen could only look on. Can only do what you're meant to do. The chance was there for MVG to steal that leg.
100.
So that's a fourth critical hold of throw from Alexis Toylo. And we've got a proper game on here, Wills.
We have. Van Gerwen just under 100 to the good, and well, he might need to pull the socks up a couple more times if he's going to get himself out of this one, because Toylo is making him toil.
And again, you go back to the style of play and whether that style of play irritates or throws the rhythm off the opponent. Works for some players, not for others. Some players may not admit it, but it affects their rhythm.
I don't think he's been particularly bad tonight.
No,
I don't think he's been bad at all.
No.
We're used to it. We know what's coming. There you go. There you go. Might need another one of those, Mighty Mike. Oh, look at this. Can't follow it in. But that is another good visit.
It may not be a finish, but it's pressure on the Van Gerwen throw here. Good response though from MVG. Tooth and nail here.
How often do we see the big players deliver when it really matters? Van Gerwen needs to deliver that 104. Toylo breathing down his neck. He is now, because he's going to be very handy himself. These are big moments. 76 scored.
95.
Right, 104 for a level game.
Treble 16 hit. 16 for double top. And that's right in the corner. Well, it doesn't matter which part of the bed they go in. 4-4. We are reaching the business end of this encounter. And the pressure back on Alexis Toylo here.
There have been 3 darts in the entire game to break the throw. Toylo had one in the 4th leg, he missed. Van Gerwen hit 88 to take it out. Van Gerwen missed 2 darts in the 7th leg. In step Toylo to hold throw. Van Gerwen must break, and that is an opportunity he wouldn't have been expecting early in this leg, but he needs a big treble, and he comes up dry.
Snatching at those darts, tricep muscle engaging a little bit on those darts that are just dipping below the treble 20, making them under pitch. Both players feeling it a little bit at the start of this 9th leg, and the same's happening to Toylo. He's under pitching now.
59.
2 trebleless visits. You can't get away with that, surely. 2 trebleless visits in a row at a time like this. And here comes the green machine.
100.
You can feel the nerves in the air in the Bahrain night. Can Toylo dig himself out of a minor hole? If he gets broken here, he will feel all his good work is going to go to waste, and still he can't find a big treble.
57.
That's getting to him at the worst possible time. Van Gerwen doing enough.
81.
Not quite what I would have expected there. The 3-time world champion MVG wouldn't have done that quite so often. Drag a dart like that.
No. Well, this is a different green machine we're seeing now. Only 4 times in 49 previous World Series of Darts appearances has Van Gerwen falling at the first hurdle. Another treble keeps Toylo interested. That is a good visit. Slow start to leg 9, but he's still in the fight.
Oh, MVG chasing around the board, and suddenly his trebleless visits almost matches Toylo's. 12 trebleless visits to Toylo, 11 to MVG.
I'm not sure that's the stat that's going to determine this game. I think it's the one on the finishing. Who's going to hold their nerve? Who's going to take the chance?
96.
Great last start. Gets him down to a manageable 3-dart out. What can Van Gerwen leave here? The answer, not many. Great visit from the green machine. That is a wonderful, wonderful setup. And it now piles all the pressure on Toylo, who knows this 110 is the biggest visit of the match so far.
Thought he was off for another wonder then. Pivotal moment of the match right here.
Got to stay straight. Got to stay straight.
$18 for double 16. Hits the 18. One dart at double 16.
94.
So close,
Michael,
but
you
yet so
require
far.
32.
Same target for the first breaker throw in the match.
Game
And
show
Michael
number
Van Gerwen,
five.
not even a flicker of emotion. But Toylo knows as he wipes his eyes that that was a big chance. He gave himself a go at the double and he didn't take it.
So now Michael Van Gerwen has the whip hand with the darts. And a holder throw sees him through to face Bunting or Asamoto, who are on stage next to round off our first night here in Bahrain. What's Toylo got left in the tank?
Well, if he can find another one of those, he might find a little bit more.
121.
Disappointing last start, but not the worst visit to start the 10th leg. He can't change what happened, he's just got to focus on what's in front. Good visit in response from Van Gerwen.
Trying to keep that focus, MVG. Again, he's under pitching and overcompensates.
I think in his heart of hearts he knows the damage was done in that last leg, that double 16 that would have put him one leg away. He missed it, Van Gerwen hit it. Van Gerwen's left a bogey, but he's pretty confident he'll be coming back with 2 visits in hand. A maximum is a must here for Toylo, and he's not going to find it, so Van Gerwen's calculated gamble will pay off.
100.
So 6 darts from here to see off this tricky opponent from the Philippines.
96.
And he's down to a 2-dart kill.
Yeah, but he may only get one at a finish, so again, if he can dig deep here, Toylo, all is not yet lost. Oh, he couldn't, could he? Could he? Oh, he might. This would be impressive.
Oh.
This would stick it on the green machine. Even if he stays straight, he's on a manageable out. Treble a bonus. Not that treble. Not that one.
35. Michael requires 72.
Again, I think the delays cost him. 72 for the match, Van Gerwen. Treble 16 for double 12. Almost hit double 9. But gets it in the end. And Michael Van Gerwen, given the sternest of examinations from Alexis